So if you have made your first sale on Etsy, or maybe like under 10 sales, and you're looking at your payment account and you're seeing there is a payment account reserve and you're wondering what the heck this is, then keep watching this video. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about payment account reserves, what they are and why Etsy is doing this. So this is part of the new policy changes that did happen, that came into effect in February 2021. So if you're watching this in the future, then that's when it came in. But basically, here is the deal. Lots and lots and lots, I mean millions basically, of new buyers have found Etsy over the lockdown period. And there was a definite increase in Etsy sales across the board, across the freaking board. So that is a good thing. However, there are a lot of shops that were opening up, or that still are opening up, that number one, don't really want a shop on Etsy. They just want to make some extra money. They're kind of treating it like a fancy eBay account. Number two, that don't know how Etsy works. And number three, that don't really know how policies work and business works in general, to be honest. But here we go. So what Etsy has done, because there was a large increase of issues happening with first orders and stuff like that, they weren't being sent out on time, people were paying money and then things were just going wrong, they have added a payment account reserve. So I have got the policy announcement here on my laptop, so I am going to be reading it and kind of giving you some notes, okay? I'm interrupting my very own video to let you know that there is a brand new 60-minute masterclass, my 3-step system to skyrocket your Etsy conversion rate. If you are serious about your handmade business and you are serious about making some money from your Etsy shop, then you definitely want to be watching this webinar, this masterclass. Go in the link in the description box below and you will find it, and I can't wait to see you over there. Now let's get back to the video. Because of the millions of new buyers who have recently discovered Etsy, some sellers are seeing an increase in customer issues. Basically, a lot of people are coming to Etsy and they want to try and preserve their integrity of their platform, okay? To keep Etsy Marketplace safe and easy for everyone, we're introducing payment account reserves for some sellers that have recently made their first sale. So here's the thing. Why reserve funds? So what Etsy says is that we aim to make buying and selling on Etsy safe and easy for everyone, the current statement, right? And a reserve means we'll set aside a percentage of some seller's earnings on an order for 45 days just in case there's an issue. Now, I understand that 45 days is a long time, but here's the thing. If you have an issue with your order and you withdraw that money and then you disconnect the payment card or you close your shop down or something like that, within those 45 days, Etsy can't really get in contact with you. They can only shut your shop, which if you've done that already because you've taken the money and you're like, yay, then there's not a lot Etsy can do. So that's why they are adding payment reserves on there, just in case anything goes wrong within 45 days. And they say many online platforms use reserves. It is something that a lot of platforms do. I'm not going to lie, it does shock me that Etsy hasn't done this before. They estimate that fewer than 1% of Etsy sellers will be affected. However, I have seen quite a lot of people asking me this question, so who knows? They say if you have a account reserve placed on your account, we will hold a percentage of sales funds from each order. These reserve funds are held in your payment account and not available to be deposited into your bank account for a period of time. Your reserve balance can be used to cover your expenses and charges such as fees and refunds. So they later go on to say, how do I keep my shop in good standing? So providing great customer service and clearly communicating with buyers can help prevent cases from being opened against your shop. Following these best practices can also help you to get your funds earlier. So respond to customers quickly within 24 hours if you can. Here's the thing. Etsy has not come out and said that they are monitoring extensively your message response time, but this gives me clues that they are actually starting to do that. And if you don't know, Amazon has a similar thing where if you don't respond to questions within 24 hours, they basically kind of assume that you don't really care about your account and that it gradually notches you down in search results, okay? Here's my takeaway from that. I am getting the feeling that behind the scenes, they're beginning to warm up to the idea of starting to monitor messages. So if I was you, I would start to respond to messages as quickly as you can, because also you do get, if you go into your shop as a customer and you scroll down to your little, on the right hand side of this screen, you have like a little shop profile. It does kind of say that this shop responds to messages quickly. So I would recommend doing that, okay? It also says dispatch on time and adjust your processing times if needed. So under promise and over deliver. That's always been my rule for that. If you dispatch your packages without using postage labels provided on Etsy, remember not to mark the items as dispatched before they're dropped off with your carrier. Now, this is a little bit funky because if you're using drop and go and things like that, there is definitely a discrepancy between when you drop it off to when they've actually been processed. And what Etsy is saying is just stay true to what is actually happening with the parcel, okay? They also say to include tracking info when you dispatch a package. When you add tracking, we may be able to release funds in reserve earlier. So what they're saying is if you provide proof that you've actually sent the package and it's just like a case of waiting for it to arrive, then they may look at that and go, hey, okay, well, this person has held up their end of the bargain. We're going to release their funds earlier. So guys, that is my kind of roundup. To me, it seems like not really a big deal. If you are a new seller, I can understand why it's super frustrating and I get that. However, as long as you keep your account in good standing, and to be honest, it's a practice that you have to get into if you want to be successful on Etsy, then you should be fine. And it is something that will affect you, especially again, if you are a new shop. But it is also for your benefit as well, so that you aren't left with a charge on your account. They block you from Etsy and you can never sell on Etsy again. So it is something that it's a yin and a yang. It's good and it's bad depending on how you look at it. I have linked the link to this article below if you want to go and read it. But guys, I hope you have found this video helpful. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. I upload new helpful tips and tricks videos for handmade businesses like you twice a week. So if you have a handmade business and you want it to thrive on Etsy and off of Etsy, then you should really be subscribed. But for now, guys, I shall catch you in the next video. Bye, everyone.